sound like a broken record lately, but it was a good practice for us. I thought we got a lot of good work done. Just started.
No problem.
Once again, you know, we added crowd noise tonight. Thought it was the perfect time for us to do that. You know, throw a little wrinkle at them and see how they adjusted, and I thought they did fine. They hadn't heard crowd noise since the spring, and I thought they adjusted to it well. And so, you know, it's just about creating situations that they have to adjust to and adapt to, and I think that they're doing a nice job of that.
Does it feel like Alaska out here compared to San Bernardino a little bit?
No, this is a beautiful environment. Obviously, we're lucky to be here, and San Bernardino was great, and it served its purpose, but it's nice to be back here.
Was it exactly what you expected out there?
Yes. No, I would say that it was better than I expected. Absolutely. In many, many ways, it was better than we expected.
Like which way? What stands out?
Well, the facilities were first class. The food was excellent. The hospitality was magnificent. We had great meeting space. We had a guy there named Cliff Dockerman who just took care of us on a day-to-day basis. It wasn't unusual to see him up at, these guys have all heard this, 6 a.m.
Sorry to borrow you.
You know, and then they've heard it more than once. And, you know, 12:31 at night, emptying trash cans. You know, everything that we asked for, rather than saying, no, I don't think so, it was always, absolutely, we'll try and get it done. It was real pleasant.
But the heat itself, how much was that effect?
Well, you know, it's hot in Houston, and it's hot at the Rose Bowl. It's going to be hot at the Rose Bowl those first few games. So I think it was good for us to get in that environment.
Jim, how close are you to settling on an offensive line starting five?
Not close enough. Not close yet. We're still mixing and matching. You know, we're still trying to figure out, you know, the situation with Jeff and with Greg. And, you know, today you saw we moved some guys around a little bit, and we're just trying to find the best combination. But, you know, pretty soon here, which to me is, you know, tomorrow, a week before our first, or Thursday, a week before our first game, we need to settle in. And we need to, you know, get that group playing together and playing well.
Is that the date that you need to?
Well, I mean, it's dependent. I mean, a guy like Jeff, because, you know, he is an experienced guy and he's played all the positions, you know, he could come in with a few days practice as long as he was healthy and he felt well and probably pick things up quick enough. But, you know, the sooner the better. I don't want to put an exact date on it, but the sooner the better. I mean, I would like it to be Thursday, but it might not be.
The expectations of teaching versus coaching now in college against the pros, has it been sort of what you expected?
No, it's like San Bernardino. It's been better. You know, I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been just a tremendous experience for me personally to be around these kids, and you know, they are so impressionable, and you know, they hang on every word, and you know, like I've said before, the concrete hasn't hardened on their personalities, and you can have some influence on them.
How refreshing is that to you, though?
I love it. I love it every single day. Yeah.
With Baca, is it literally day to day, or would there be something that you're feeling he's on his way and it could turn around in 2 or 3 days, or literally could you get news that he could practice tomorrow?
Right now, it's more day to day than it was in the past. Like, I would not be surprised if Greg Capella's out here tomorrow. He did this morning. He did there's a protocol that you have to return to play protocol. And this morning he went through the exercise part of it and did very, very well. Felt well the rest of the day. So there's a chance that he can be back at it tomorrow. As soon as Jeff gets to the point where he can, you know, do the protocol and not have any side effects, and our doctors say he's ready to play, that he can get back out here.
Are they attempting starting that protocol every day to see if they can get through it?
No, he's not quite ready for that yet.
Okay.
So you know, some injuries you encourage and you push guys to get back on the field. You know, you just do. With head injuries, neck injuries, with spinal injuries, with the heat, like we talked about out there, just think even when you think it's time, you wait a little bit longer.
He's still having symptoms then, like headaches and stuff? Is that what it is?
Very, very minor.
Okay.
He's almost asymptomatic.
We're talking about Baca.
We were talking about Jeff.
Have we determined whether that was a concussion, or was it heat related, or was it both?
It was a concussion.
Okay.
It was a concussion.
And Alberto Sid?
Alberto of the three is probably the furthest away from being ready to come back.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he is. Same thing, concussion.
With concussions itself, how concerning is that it's so different now? Is it just because everybody's faster and bigger and stronger? Is that the main reason?
I think a couple things. I think bigger, faster, stronger, more powerful, more explosive, and I think a heightened sense of awareness. In the old days, they called it, getting your bell rung, and now it's a concussion. And I'm glad that there's more awareness. These kids have a life to live when they're done with football, and we want them healthy and happy. Of course, we want them to win football games, but I think that always has to be secondary to the health of our players. So we're going to be very careful with those things.
Because it's scary for the future of this game. People are talking about, I don't want my kids playing football. Look at all these concussions. Nobody used to talk about this in the old days.
No, it doesn't scare me because I think there's researchers out there doing tremendous work, and I think that equipment manufacturers are doing tremendous work, and I think there's doctors out there doing tremendous studies, and I think eventually here they'll develop some thresholds. They'll develop some impact monitoring systems, and they'll get a better handle on this thing. I just think it's a matter. I think it's great. I think it's great that there's a lot of focus on it, and I think that it's actually going to save the game.
Keenan Graham, is he okay? He wasn't out here.
He's sick.
Okay.
We had the last couple of days. We've just had a couple guys with the flu.
Yeah.
And when we get that right now, and you're getting close to the game, we would get them away because we certainly don't need that flowing through our locker room. So,
how much are you prepping for Rice as opposed to prepping for the season right now?
we did a little bit this morning. We didn't do any tonight. We'll do a little bit tomorrow, and then really we'll start in earnest on Saturday.
Does that get the guys a little bit more pumped? Like, now we're actually prepping for a team?
I think it narrows their focus a little bit, because now you're looking at film, you're presenting scattering reports, you're talking about game plan, you're learning their names and their numbers and their heights and their weights and their speeds and their experience and things like that. So I think it just sharpens things up, it narrows the focus.
Dalton Hilliard had 2 pretty good tackles at the line of scrimmage today. Do you kind of see that he's embracing his role now more than he may have anticipated?
Which role are you talking about?
The inside linebacker.
Well, he's not an inside linebacker. He's a safety. He works a little bit inside in one of our packages. Yeah, but he's a safety.
What has Hundley shown to you that why he deserves what you gave him?
Arm strength, decision making, poise, the ability to recover from a negative play and make a positive play, the confidence of his teammates, size, speed, athleticism, the ability to turn, what maybe is a broken bad play into something good because of his legs, which you saw him do tonight a lot. Not tonight wasn't live, so it's a little bit hard to judge, but things like that.
How about leadership qualities in the kid, though, right?
He's a natural leader. Some people just have it. Some people have it, and he has it. And you watch how his teammates respond to him, and he's just a natural leader. The guys really respect him. They respect him not because of what he says, but the way he demonstrates every day. His work ethic and his commitment and attention to detail and all those things.
Is the key word to look out for him accuracy, though? He needs to work on that as much as anything.
He needs to work on all facets of his game. He's a redshirt freshman, and he's still developing. That's certainly one aspect, but there's many other things. I think that his accuracy improves every day.
Xavier at guard, something you guys are looking at as an experiment?
We're just moving guys all over.
What's the biggest surprise you've had during camp so far?
Like me?
Well,
surprise?
Yeah, anything. About the team or?
Biggest surprise I had in camp was that Nate Yesay can play the ukulele with those big thick fingers.
Well, he play well?
Yeah,
really?
He can sing a little bit too.
Really?
And Ellis McCarthy can sing.
Apparently everybody can sing happy birthday all around here.
It's always fun, that's a fun thing about college is you try to ask NFL guys to sing happy birthday to one of their teammates. They'd laugh at you and walk off the field, These guys get into it. So, it's pretty cool.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.